What's the difference between clean carpets and clearly clean carpets? We'll talk about that on that. What's the difference between clean carpets and clearly clean carpets? We'll talk about that on today's episode. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Glad you're here today. We are sitting here with Dale Wittenhafer, owner of Clearly Clean, so we can talk about the difference between clean carpets and clearly clean carpets. So thanks, Dale, for hanging out with us today.
You bet.
Appreciate you taking some time. So tell us a little bit about yourself and kind of what got you into the carpet business.
Oh boy, could be a long story, but our business has been open for 11 and a half years. And I have a long history. So I have an accounting degree and an MBA, and I worked for 15 years or so in like a corporate environment, and then decided to do something on my own, and we started a fitness club. That didn't work too well with the crash in 2008, so Clearly Clean was kind of born out of the ashes of that experience. So I also realized that I am a meticulous person, and I do like to pay attention to detail, and that is something that comes in very handy in this business.
Definitely. So you're a gym owner. The gym didn't work out, so you thought carpet was the next natural thing, or did you like have an interest? Did you have a bad experience? Did you have anything like that, or?
Two things. We did hire somebody to come in and clean our gym floors, and he moved the equipment around and then put the equipment on damp carpet, and that left rust stains everywhere. And then he couldn't get the rust stains out, which at the time I just thought they were permanent. Now that I'm in the business, I understand that it's actually quite easy, if you know what you're doing, to get rid of those. And so I bought a little $300 Hoover thing, and I would go in when we closed on Saturdays and clean carpets, just a way to save some money. And it was kind of a little bit of solitude, and I kind of found enjoyment in seeing dirty carpet is now clean and getting that instant result and that instant feeling of accomplishment, I guess, as strange as that might sound.
Yeah, no, that doesn't sound strange. It's instant gratification of like, oh, I just did something that was worthwhile. So,
yeah.
So what makes the Clearly Clean difference? Why should somebody call you and not just the ad they get in the mail for $50 a room, or
Sure.
$50 for the whole house, not $50 a room?
Right.
$50 for the whole house, which I've seen as a property manager. We've seen these invoices for $79 for the entire house. It's like, what?
Yeah. So I used the word earlier, and it's actually a word that a customer used quite a few years back. But he kind of watched me work, and he said, "Wow, you're very meticulous." And I kind of thought, yeah, that kind of is what I am, and that's what I train our people to be as well. So really what it comes down to is you're paying for time. And so companies that have those low rates, they'll be in and out on a job like we're going to look at today in 45 minutes or an hour, whereas we're here 4, 5, 6 hours, however long it takes. So it's almost cliche, but we spend the amount of time that we need to do the job right.
That's awesome. Yeah, I've hired several carpet cleaning companies as a property manager and a realtor over the years, and none of them get the carpets and tile as clean as Dale does, so I can vouch for that. So is there an area of town that you specialize in, or that you don't really want to go beyond?
Sure. So we live in Gilbert, been in Gilbert for almost 18 years. It's practically a native, I think, around here. So we like to stay in Gilbert. We do the entire East Valley, so we will go Mesa, Chandler, Ahwatukee, Queen Creek, Santan Valley. Not much farther than that. Tempe a little bit, but we stay in the East Valley with a preference being to stay in Gilbert. I just found that it makes more sense to stay close to home and not put 25,000 miles on a van every year. So kind of strategic.
Yeah, definitely makes sense. Now you have another aspect of your business as well that you do in the commercial space, especially with everything we're going through right now. You want to talk about that for a minute?
Yeah, I spent a pretty good sum of money back in 2012, so it's 8 years ago, on becoming certified and learning about what's called environmental disinfection. So it's basically just treating the built environment for germs, getting rid of germs, keeping germs away. And it didn't really pay off at the time. It just seemed like something that I needed to do at the time. And of course this year it's been something that is in high demand. So we're not a kind of a Johnny come lately to that thing like a lot of companies have done. They saw a chance to make a quick buck and jumped in. but it's something that we've been doing for 8 years.
Yeah. And that doesn't, I mentioned commercial, but it doesn't stop there. You do a lot of that for homes with people moving in and things like that.
Yeah,
too.
if you're moving in and just want that comfort of knowing that everything has not just been cleaned but also disinfected, that's a service that we offer.
That's great. So if you were to tell one thing, to tell our viewers one thing about your company and why they should choose you in a quick snippet, what would it be?
I hate being put on the spot like that.
Make it 2 then if you need to make it 2.
Yeah, so we're a family-run business. I know a lot of people like that, but literally my wife answers the phone, my son-in-law is my full-time employee, and we have a couple other family members that even pitch in on a part-time basis. So it's a close-knit group, and we care about what we do, and I think our reputation. We were independently ranked the #1 carpet cleaning business in the entire state of Arizona for 2019. So it comes through in what people say about us.
Definitely. So I appreciate you hanging out with us. We're going to take a look at some of what you're doing, but if people want to get a hold of you, obviously, what's the website? Is that the best way for them to get a hold of you and schedule, or how does that work?
Yeah, 2 ways. So phone number is 480-664-3322, or just Clearly Clean Carpets with a plural, clearlycleancarpets.com. And we even have a tool on there where you can go on and get a quote online, actually a firm quote, and you put in the parameters of your job and it'll give you a quote. And then if you want to set a time up, you just say, I'm ready to schedule.
Awesome. Well, I really appreciate you hanging out with us. He says he spends a lot of time on the job. We're actually interrupting him on a job at the moment, so we're going to let him get back to do that. But really appreciate you hanging with us. And if you want to get a hold of Dale, we'll leave the information in the description field. But if you want to share this video or potentially subscribe to the channel to get more content like this, we'd appreciate it. We'll see you next time.